Hey yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back. My name is Henri, and this is Destinations Unknown 75. Let's get right into this video. All right, so it's a late video. It's a really late video. I just got done eating my dinner, and I barely just got back home from work. And took a shower and all that. So I took my time to eat my dinner. Had a pretty big dinner. Had a light lunch, and I was pretty hungry. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you how my week went. So the week went by pretty quick, to be honest. It's already Friday, and I started my new job on Monday. It's like it is already done. So my assessment of my first work week at my new job, great. It's a warehouse job. Pretty much all warehouse jobs to me are about the same. They consist of the same thing. Some warehouses require different things than others. Like I said, I'm just pulling parts and picking orders. It's pretty simple. Today was really slow though. It was actually slower than any of the past few days, and I guess it's like that on the weekend or on a Friday. But I made it work. And so, if you guys are ever in a situation where you're at a job and it's slow, because I'm telling y'all this so you guys can keep your money. So what you want to do is you want to find yourself something to do. I get it. Depending on who's watching this video, if you're a younger person, I'd say early 20s, teens, this might not be something that resonates with you guys. But if you're mid 20s and older, this should resonate with you guys, because this is a form of being responsible and just understanding just the situation. And the situation that you're trying to understand is they are paying you, your job, your employer is paying you to be there. Now you heard what I said. I didn't say anything more than that. I said to be there. Okay, so when you're there, you have expectations, and your expectations are to work. Now, not all jobs or employment situations are the same. Case in point, at my job, all week long, I'm up here trying to bust my butt and work, just staying busy. Because in the back of my mind, I'm used to jobs that I've worked at that is like, they're gun-ho. Like, you got to be doing something, And so I'm used to that. I'm used to just doing something and being just doing my job and doing something, being busy, looking busy. And I always say there's always something to do in a warehouse. And it's true, because if nothing else, sweeping. Warehouses are dusty, so you can sweep. It doesn't matter if you don't like it. The point you're trying to do and make is you're just trying to look busy. As long as you look busy, that needs to get done. Someone needs to sweep the floors at some point. So you're doing something. When it's slow, find something to do. That way you don't have any, there's no chance for your boss to bug you or whatever, because you're doing something. So when it's slow, that's what I was doing. So throughout the week, we had a lot of slow times. And so what I would do, so I wouldn't get bored with doing the same thing, is knowing that, And see, and I pay attention. I pay attention to everything, not just what I'm doing, but what's going on in, at the workplace, because you may need to understand and know that, you know. So what I did was, okay, I kind of mixed things up. There's three of us at any given time that's picking orders. And if they're not coming out, that frequent, then you're just standing around, and that's not good. Now, here's the thing. So I've been told by plenty of people, almost every day when I go to work, it's okay. Chill. Take your time. It's not, and like I said, like I'm not used to that. I'm used to having to be on task and always doing something. And so, or else you go home type stuff. So they keep telling me that it's okay. They know that you have to wait for the tickets and stuff like that. It's just like, it's kind of weird for me to just be doing nothing and standing and waiting. And so even though they say that, I don't want to do that. So I got to do something. And so I did things. And the things that I was doing was necessary. It was things that needed to be done. Like, say, for instance, okay, so we got a bunch of product coming in, a bunch of boxes of, automobile parts and stuff. And so they're in they're in the middle of the warehouse, just taking up a lot of space because they're waiting either to be transferred out to the smaller warehouse, or they are waiting to be put up on shelves. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm consolidating the shelves that the products that product is on. So like when we pull orders, we may go to one aisle and we'll pull an order. Okay, I pull a part. Well, they're in boxes. So when you pull out a box, there's a hole there. So what they're doing is they need to go. There's other people that are going in and they're stocking the shelves with the new product that's on the floor. And so in order for them to do that and not have to take up a lot of time to do double work, it's what so that's what I'm doing is I'm closing those gaps all over the aisles. There's a lot of aisles, so I'm closing gaps up, tightening it up, so that way when they come through with the palette of product, they don't gotta search, they don't gotta do anything except put them boxes in there and go. So I was doing that, and then I was kind of going back and checking tickets to make sure if we had any. And then after that, because I didn't want to, because you got to go up the ladder. You got to this big ladder. You got to kind of, push it and pull it different places and stuff like that. Because you got to get on the very top shelves and do that same thing, So it got a little tiring. So what I did was I did that a little bit, and then I would go up towards where the tickets are being printed out and see if they have any. If they don't have none, then I'm pretty much what else I was doing was I was going around looking and getting the trash gathered, throwing that out. I was finding stuff to do. I was definitely finding things to do, and that's pretty much how it went all day. So it was a lot of rain going on out here in H-Town. And I don't know if that halted any of the business or not, but it is what it is. What else, man? You just doing that, and just learning more about the business and about my job and my position and stuff. So. And each day I'm learning more, about what I need to do and how to do stuff there. And I'm asking questions. Now, I get it. I'm not even going to be here that long, much more longer. And it doesn't really make too much sense for me to be asking so many questions as if I'm, it's like, 'cause that's an investment. That's like I'm investing in, and I'm not. I gotta get out of that train of thought, that mind frame that have been in. So I'll get out of that. But I got overtime for the first time in I don't know how many years it's been. How many years has it been since I've had overtime? This is 2025, 20, jeez, maybe 2012 or 2011. Yeah, I did say that. That's been a long time. Mainly because places here in Houston that I worked at, they don't do overtime. I can't think of any place that I worked at that I just can't. So, yeah. But I got it because of the schedule that they gave me. They gave me freaking eight. They gave me 8 to 5. Actually, they gave me 8 to 5:30. But the problem is the place don't stay open to that long. So 8 to 5 is, how late they open. So I basically am there by the time I'm there, open to close. And I don't complain. I'm fine. Now, here's the thing. I need to make sure because it's about $43. 44 $43, $44 is how much extra that time and a half is. Now, here's the thing. That's all going to get eaten up with taxes. It really is. It's going to get eaten up with taxes. So depending on what my check looks like when I get paid, I may continue doing 8.5, or I may just tone it back to just 8. If I do 8, that means either I come in at 8, I start at 8:30, or I get off at 4:30. That's gonna be that. I'll figure this out next after. It won't be next week. I'll do it. It'll be the week after next because I gotta wait till I get paid, and so I don't believe it makes sense to, if I get paid on Wednesday, it doesn't make sense to go half of the week doing until 8:30 or 8 to 5, and then do the rest of the week either 8 to 4:30 or 8:30 to 5. So I will finish the entire week off one way, and then it'll be the next. So I'll end up getting overtime again next week probably for that pay period. But the thing is, y'all, the extra 30 minutes, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? So, I could have said something about it. I just chose not to because I think it's gonna actually work out. Because like, what if you didn't get overtime? Taxes is taxes, whether it's overtime taxes or whether it's regular, hour taxes. It's still taxes, which means it doesn't matter if I get overtime or not. It's still gonna get taken out. But I think if I have overtime, obviously I'm making more money, and they're not gonna just tax me way more because I have a few hours of overtime. Like, I don't see that being the case. But anyways, so yeah. Now, another reason why I ain't complain, y'all know why. I got that big purchase coming up. So here's the thing. Yes, I got the big purchase that I want to, my bike that I want to buy. But okay, so I'm toggling, and I don't need to toggle with this one. I think I just need to go ahead and do what I need to do. I got to get that doggone passport. Because the passport, how that works is it's got to be it's suggested at least 2 to 3 months in advance of you departing or whatever from wherever you're coming, you're departing from. So that means if I am trying to dip in June, then that means I need to do this in April, May, and June, or July. But I'm doing it in July because of other reasons I already told y'all. So that means by May, at the very latest, is when I need to get that ticket. So I have between April and May to get that, or not my ticket, to get my passport. So all I really needed was the money. The money is all I needed. So I got the money. Now I got to see how much my paycheck is next week. I have some bills I got to pay. So I'm going to ration my bills. Okay. I'm going to ration my bills. And then I want to keep a majority of that money for the next pay period. I need to merge that. Now, depending on how everything works out, I could either get my bike in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks. It just depends. It really just depends. If I do it in 2 weeks, then I absolutely got to get that dang on passport the following week. Now, here's the thing. As long as I have the means for the passport, it's getting got. And that's gonna be a big notch on my list, as far as my plans go, because that's what you need. I got to get a passport, a visa, and then boom. But then I got to save up for the ticket. So this weekend I'm going to be researching the best sites for Airbnb and what do you call them? Airbnb and flights, my bad. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking that up so I can start give me 1 second, guys. I got an intruder on my okay, there you go. Yeah, I gotta start I gotta look that up so I can figure out how much I need to save up for, or yeah. So that's it. But yeah, so I'm excited. I am very much excited. I'm in a good position right now. And this is exactly what I wanted to get into. This is the spot that I wanted to be at least a year ago, Now I'm going to do this smart. 3 months, it seems like an eon away. Even 4 months does. I have to stay focused. I will stay focused because I know what me staying focused is going to get me after all of this. So it's like, I don't want to keep doing the same. I don't want to keep, I don't want to be weak about this. I'm not going to be weak, man, because I want to show y'all, if you just focus and stick to your guns on whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish, it'll work out. So I'm going to show y'all by way of myself. You guys are going to start to see this transformation. Look at my hair right now, okay? I don't be shaming. There ain't no shame in my game, okay? I'm not here to please nobody, okay? And my business is my business. But I just want to come at y'all raw so y'all can see, if I can do it, you can do it, and anybody else can do it. So I'm just going to show y'all how I'm doing these things, how I'm checking off these items off my list, as by way of goals and things like that. So yeah, I want to get my hair done. It's been almost a year since I've gotten it done. things are changing. Products are pricey, so that means they got to charge more to get your hair done. So, and if you ain't got that kind of money, if you only make 400 and your hair costs like two something, not even including the tip, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just, that's hard to do. It's very hard to do. So you got to make the adjustments. And so I don't want to just be barely having enough money. I want to have a good amount. So I knew that, okay, if I'm making $12 an hour and that's barely cutting it, I need to make a comfortable amount. A comfortable amount is not 13. It's after 13. It actually has to be between 14 and 16, I think. That's just my idea or whatever. So for my situation, I know I don't have a lot of bills, so it should be definitely easy. There's some discipline involved in what I got to do, but that's a me thing. I can control that. So it's like, okay, you make good money. You're now making good money. You don't want to blow it and waste it, which is very easy for you to do, and I'm not going to do that. So I am going to demonstrate. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to demonstrate patience. That's not even the word. That's definitely not the word. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of it right now. I'm drawing a blank. But anyways, resilience. I am going to have resistance against the things that tempt me by not going or visiting or frequenting areas that involve me spending money. And I know what those are. So I just need to make sure that I stay away from that, keep my mind on the prize. Continuously do that. I know what awaits me in just a little bit. And so one thing I also need to do is I'm going to start my classes again, my Portuguese classes. So that way I can start getting back on track with speaking Portuguese, which is going to be needed for when I leave, because I'm gonna have to be able to speak Portuguese, and all of that. So I will be getting back with my training on that. I have my pads with all of my words on them, because I got a lot of phrases. I can speak the phrases. It's been a while since I've actually checked out my list, but I still know them. But it's like I gotta put them together in sentences, because I don't know how to do that yet. So I am very confident once I get back on it. And the only reason I wasn't doing it, or I stopped it, is because, yeah. But again, things are different now. So I should be just fine. And now I have to have that in my repertoire for everything else that is going in place. So it's all about being ready. It's all about being ready. So having the passport, visa, that's obvious what I need to do. But being confident in my travels, being confident is being able to speak the language. That way I can easily get around and just navigate and communicate, because I'm going to need to know that. I'm going to need to do that, or else I'm going to be getting, had, because they're going to be like trying to take advantage of me because I don't know the language. I don't know how to read this or that. And so they're going to try to run that game on me, for whatever reason. So stay one step ahead. But yeah, y'all. So, but like I said, it was a good day. It was, even though it rained, it rained outside. It didn't rain on me, and it didn't even rain once I got off work on me. So I was good. But yeah, so I was looking forward to this moment to be able to relax for 2 days. that's going to be beautiful. It's been, I don't know how long it's been since I've had the 2 days off like that, but this has been a good week, a really good work week. I got a lot of energy out. I got exercise that I much needed. A full body workout. That's one thing that I definitely needed. And it was good. I got back to my normal routine. My body enjoyed being up during regular hours and going to sleep during the night time like normal people do. So it was definitely a blessing to be able to get back on track with my sleeping schedule and getting up. So I was really glad about that. So that's about it, y'all. I don't have any more anything else. I got a new subscriber. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find their name, and that way I would like to give a shout out to the subscriber that subscribed to my channel today. Give me 1 second though. Let me see if I can find this. Gotta find the information. Yeah, that kind of. Okay, let's see. Is that it right there? All right, hold on a second. Let me see. All right, Michael Walker. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, brother. I really appreciate that. I just pray that the content that I am bringing forth to you is enjoyable. I'm going to continue to, to entertain the masses and all of that. Yeah, like I said, just welcome. And just appreciate, joining the channel, brother. And so anyways, y'all, that's all I have for right now. I got my Shabbat coming up. I'm going to be, studying, and all that kind of stuff, and getting my mind right, relaxing. And that's about it. So I will not be having a video tomorrow. But I'll have that video coming on Sunday. So stay or just, why can't I'm sorry, y'all. I have no idea. Maybe it's because I'm tired mentally. I don't know why I cannot speak. It's like I had like marbles in my mouth or whatever. It's just freaking nuts. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, like the video, spread the word. Let people know about my channel. If you guys have any suggestions or anything that y'all want to say, leave them in the comment area, and I'll get back with you guys. Again, I appreciate y'all checking out my channel and stop by and checking out the video. My name is Henri, and this is Destinations Unknown 75. Y'all check it out.